Great.
Good evening. I clicked the button too early, so I went live. I was doing a countdown for you, but instead I went live too early. Good evening, and welcome to Arkham Mass, a prelude set in a very long time ago, for the record. 1692, that's really long ago. You know,
It is. Indeed.
back when Arkham was just a mere village. In fact, it had probably, before that, only been, they would have called it like the Miskatonic plantation of such and such and so and so. But not that kind of plantation, because they were, that was just a word that means farm. So, that was really the thing the South, that was the thing the South really warped in its way. But we're not here talking about the South, we're here talking about the North, specifically just north of Boston, Massachusetts, a place called Arkham. For those of you who don't know, this is the beginning of our sort of Arkham Mass sort of like big Call of Cthulhu game that will be launching fully in the new year, but we decided when we were able we would do these kind of interesting little sort of prequel games set in our, very great question, Gallagher and Saber, yes, Arkham, not as in Batman, as in the town from, you know, the sort of Lovecraftian world that Arkham Asylum was named for. So, as we kind of get ready to get into this, we have a few orders of business. First of all, I do have an adventure calendar here, the Wizards and Warlocks. I can't show much of it because then my face disappears. Yep, there you go. But we'll be opening a box of this tonight. This is a Wizard Warlock arcade themed. So far, we've had some dice that have like a magic sword symbol.
Nice.
Some like stars, wizardy stars, as well as we think this is some kind of like arcane eye or warlock symbol. So, if you guys want to guess which of those symbols you think will come up here as we open box 6,
A 4 of swords.
Can I see the box again?
totally. We already have a 4 of swords and a 10 of swords, but pick a different swords.
8 of swords.
8 of
Zane
swords. She's saying 8 of Zane swords. You're just saying Zane swords?
I'm saying Zane swords.
Okay. I like
I
it.
think that's likely.
All right. All I know is if this actually is an 8 of swords. No, you'll never see it on these. These are why. Laura, that is such a bummer.
What?
It is an 8, but not of swords. It is an 8 of this warlock eye symbol.
Oh, I got half right. Do I get points?
Nope.
Yes.
But
Yeah, I
it was we did roll a 4, so there we go. Anyway, hi everyone. We're so happy that we have you all here tonight. I'll say a couple words about the game we're about to do, just so you kind of get some context for it. This is probably for both players and viewers. This game is kind of like set in the past of the game we're going to be playing. So we're going to be establishing a few, kind of like legends and elements of the tale. I also am sticking to a lot of lore, both of Lovecraft. We kind of went over this in our like announcement stream. I'm sticking to a lot of like the Lovecraftian lore, but treating it as it's like that's just like one version of events. It's conveniently those books are all like first person narration, so you can sort of say it's like that's just what someone wrote about things at some point. But I'm also trying to keep to all of the Call of Cthulhu like game books that Chaosium's published over the years and sort of sticking with some of that. So building out a version of Arkham that it will be very much ours, but also is kind of trying to stick with their energy. So to that point, this is set very, very long before the modern day when our game is set. This is, like over 330 years before when our game is played, and yet the events will still be sort of, keyed into all of this stuff. It's over 230 years from when the game is meant to be played in the 1920s.
Oh.
What do you have in there, Philip?
This is Virgil's root beer, which was what was available at my local grocery store, and it's a root beer I do enjoy. Has a very prominent wintergreen flavor compared to other root beers.
Very, very
We'd
vibrant.
like to thank Virgil's for the sponsorship.
Oh my God, Virgil's! God, it's such a bummer. There used to be this place in LA. Maybe it's still open. I think it closed in the pandemic, but it's called Golden State, and it was a burger place. But they used to have Virgil's on draft, and it was glorious. I've never tasted better root beer. Then
Everything on draft is the best.
it's so good. And then I went back and they gave me a fucking bottle, and I was like, come on. And then I think it might have closed during the pandemic.
Is
So
it because you sued them?
because I sued them? Oh,
Yeah,
that's why they
because
closed?
gave you a bottle. Yeah.
No, I don't think even I would. I don't think even I would have sued them over that. So all of that kind of just preamble is to say this game will be. It's gonna be a shorter session tonight. Kind of honestly might just sort of be one scene, one scenario, one encounter kind of thing. But we just wanted to give you guys a little fun, and I had a fun thing for this, and love seeing you all in chat, and love seeing these beautiful people in and out of chat. So we're just gonna try to do this this way. This is I'm gonna say this both for viewers who may have never watched some of these games or who care. For Lord and Zane, this is a refresher, even though I feel like this is one that you guys probably intrinsically know the best. But we are using the Chaosium basic role-playing Call of Cthulhu D100 system. So what's happening is our players are going to be rolling a 100-sided die, which is actually 2 D10s, and determining the value that they've rolled for any sort of attempt they make. In this game, you are trying to roll low, and you're trying to roll not only low, but as low as possible, so that you get extra benefits if you're, you'll have a score and everything, and the higher your score, the better you are at something, since it's that much easier to roll under it. But every sort of fraction of that can also improve it. If you're under half of your score, it's even better. It's a hard success. If you're under a fifth of your score, it's an extreme success, and we will be using the sort of vital success of under a 20th, which was not technically a part of Call of Cthulhu, but I'll be carrying that over just in terms of,
Nice.
throwing that in as the thing you guys have to do. So,
I think I got it.
you look
Finally.
great, by the way. But you both look great. I'm doing no cosplay because I both can't and am not and didn't, but you guys both did some last minute cosplay and you look awesome.
Guys, I've been messing with this damn bonnet,
She's been
which is a
messing with it.
pillowcase, for the last 30 minutes.
Can I say
It's just what I
something?
have to do.
Can I say something that will not be constructive?
Yes.
Is it nice?
It's nice, but it's also like I thought it looked great when you literally first put it on.
I know, but it wasn't staying
stuck.
on. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
It wasn't staying on.
Okay,
Shouldn't-
fair
you
enough.
shouldn't move your head.
Yeah,
Keep your head still.
keep your head still.
I have to move to emote.
You have to move
You
to
can
emote or
Press the
emote.
buttons down below.
I have to move to emote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To
In
emote.
order to emote, I thought you were saying you were gonna move to emote somewhere. I was like, why?
Yeah, I've been banished.
Yeah.
I've been banished.
She's banished.
to the moat.
She has been banished.
Priscilla Peabody's been banished.
Well, she has been banished.
Okay.
All right, friends. So, with all that in mind, do either of you have any questions? Oh, you even have I like your perfect mug for tonight. That's great.
I know.
Um,
a little cauldron.
I do want to say that first time I played Call of Cthulhu with you, Philip, I was asking which dice to use, and you said the ones that look like little flying saucers. And I never don't think about that.
I wish I could take credit for that, but I heard someone say that the D10 looks like a flying saucer, and I feel like every time I explain that to people, it's instant. I cannot remember who said that, but I think it's I'm glad that stuck with you, because it stuck with me when I heard it.
Well, you get the credit. I'm gonna
appreciate
pretend
that.
nobody else did that.
Fun fact about the D10: it's the only die from this whole set, the D10 at the D percentile. They're not what are they? Platonic solids? No, what's the term?
Friends with
Yeah,
benefits.
they're not platonic solids. They're
I don't know what that
only
means.
a platonic solid.
Yeah.
Platonic solids are convex regular polyhedra in three-dimensional Euclidean space, meaning that the faces are all congruent regular polygons, the same number of faces meet at each vertex.
I knew maybe about 3 words of what you said, but thank you for explaining.
So in
it
other
to me.
words, the face... I don't need to go through it right now. I think Book and Dagger is saying so romantic solids, frenemy solids. Oh, Archimedes solids. Is that you can call them that as well? That's cool. But the point is, all the other dice in it are just the platonic solids. But for the D10, there wasn't. One didn't exist, or one, so they had to kind of craft this other thing because the D10 is a kite. Each face of it is a kite, and they intersect irregularly. So there you go. So, speaking of irregular things, we are going to cast our minds back to the colonial days. Earliest times of America. We are going to, perhaps not the earliest of this sort of colonial era, but pretty early on for certain. We are looking back, I'm at the wrong, there we go. We are going back to 1692. I don't know if anyone out there in chat is aware of what was going on in Massachusetts in this year, but suffice it to say the sort of congregationalism, a sort of religious movement that was it's also called Puritans, or very connected to the Puritans, were very much in control of the colony of Massachusetts. And it was an interesting energy because they had basically fled Europe. They'd fled England because they were being persecuted, because of religious persecution. That's why they wanted to come to the New World. And upon reaching there, they began to engage in it a little bit themselves. Shocker. So the point being, as we join the very small and fledgling town that has been named Arkham by its settlers, gentlemen like Jeremiah Armitage, Jebel Whatley, Tristram Kerwin, and Abel Peabody. They basically left because they considered themselves liberal thinkers and felt that the Congregationalists in Salem and Boston were a bit too oppressive. Some of these men were fairly well educated. I actually was rolling you up. Abel, what is your score in education? It's up at the top.
Oh, that's right. 60.
You are an educated man, certainly. You are but both you and your wife can read and write, which is not nothing in these days. And yeah, you probably I'm not going to dictate things to you guys. Play your characters if you want. I would imagine that you are probably rather devout, Christians, but you probably find some of the goings-on that Governor Phipps has been allowing. In particular, there's a bit of a panic in Salem, a town probably maybe only 10 miles away, if even, in both Salem Village and Salem Town. That is cause for concern. And in fact, not too many months ago, there was a woman from your own town whom the king's men came and apprehended. Her name, Goody Fowler. She is on trial. The charge being witchcraft. Spectral evidence has been presented, which basically means people say, I saw her spirit in my dream doing something bad, and people were being sort of tried and sentenced based on that level of testimony. I imagine both of you, but I will not presume, find that a little disturbing and unconvincing. That being said, you live here in Arkham, and though these king's men, the woman who has taken Goody Fowler, she did not live within sort of what you've described as the confines of your village. She is about 2 miles south of the shore of the Miskatonic River at a little the little cottage she was taken from. I will... Oh, wait! There's something important I haven't done for either of you yet. We haven't rolled your luck. So could you both roll 3... I did all your other rolls for you, but let's go ahead and both roll 3d6.
Okay. 3, 4, and 4.
3, 4, and 4, so that is 11. You have 55 luck.
Okay.
I have 14. So it's 544 or 554.
554, 14. So 14, I believe, is 70 luck. It's times 5.
So just change our.
So change your luck to Lauren, change your luck to 55. Zane, change yours to 70. Abel, would you both please now make a luck roll? This is basically to see what, if any, interactions you have ever had with Goody Fowler, a woman who lived outside of your town. 74. You have not. Abel,
70 on the dot.
your exact luck. I'm gonna say because it was just on the dot. You have spoken with her. You have encountered her. You know, the line, especially in these days, between, you know, medicine or folk healing or sort of, you know, what even is science at this point. She is someone who was known to provide certain healing curatives for people here and there. But I don't think you ever went to her for such a thing. Your wife actually has points in medicine, which is a big deal. It is pretty high in first aid, and I don't think you're a slouch either. One has to be good at such things. But she is, we'll say, you encountered her, and she definitely felt strange. I think you were happy that she was maybe not in town. That she was out of your hair. And yet, I will leave to you your feelings about the fact that she was apprehended by the king's men who came from Salem, who were sort of directed by Cotton Mather and all of them to do such things. Yes, Priscilla?
I am just wondering if Priscilla would have known about her, like, even if she didn't encounter her, would she have known about why she was taken?
I think you're... Oh, yes. Okay, so you absolutely have heard the rumor or the report that she was taken for that. I think you have never met her. Your husband met her once or twice. But she was unknown to you. She never really came to the village. And the area that she was in out there always struck you as kind of... like, I'm not going out there. Like, those woods? Whose woods these are, I think I'm not going to know. So yes. That is the vibe. So, it is a cold night. A long day of work has passed for both of you. The days here are often long. And though some of your fellow founders, Abel, certainly have they have some larger, aspirations for what this village can be. Desires to maybe, build a school, build a university even. For now, you're all just kind of focused on building a village and having some basic infrastructure. You are primarily a farmer, Abel, so let's go ahead and have both Abel and Priscilla roll for how well they've done with what they have at their disposal. You can both look under your arts. Abel, you have farming, so if you'll give me a farming roll. Priscilla, why don't you give me a cook roll?
I got a 64.
Oh my gosh, you are 1 over your cooking score of 63. So if you'd like to, you can spend luck, or you could push the roll, Priscilla. And remember, this is the thing we weren't doing in our other things, so you don't have points to spend to re-roll. Instead, you can push the roll, doubling down, but if you fail, the result is much worse.
I'll use 1 point of luck.
Oh, you should push the roll. It's fun. This is a throwaway character. Come on.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You have so little luck to start with. How'd we do?
You cut out. Say it again. We can hear you.
86.
Okay, great. So, yes. Abel, how did you do with your farming? With your farming?
I'm going to push the roll because I hit a 72.
I love it. I love it. Oh my
Push it,
god.
baby.
If you're both in rough times, this is going to be great.
I'm in it. I hit a 57. So
Okay,
my
so
farming is 68.
because you pushed the roll, Abel,
Getting another set of die.
it's been a very hard day for you in farming. You've tried everything you could. But you managed to, make whatever preparations you needed to make. And it probably wasn't only farming, it was also just kind of making sure the plots of land you have in the area are ready. It might even have been just, repairing some fencing here and there and getting things set up. You succeeded, but it is a cost. You're exhausted as you come home. And Priscilla, you have spent all day slaving away over the sort of, I would say, a hot stove, but your stove does not stay hot.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps the flames keep going out. It is cold. Your fingers are frigid, and you can't operate what meager tools you have. One of the knives you had has broken today. You have chipped a knife, the precious knives, and you do not have money to continue purchasing more. And the food that you were trying to prepare has simply not come together. The bread you wished to bake, the hoe cakes you were trying, I don't even know if they made those then, but basically what
What did you call me? No, I'm kidding.
the meal you were trying to prepare simply did not work out. So you have nothing but, you can have apples for dinner, basically.
Okay.
So, you walk in, and Abel, you see that you can smell sort of burned food, bread that has not really risen. It is just kind of a mealy mess. You can see that Priscilla is as exhausted as you, but she has nothing to show for it.
My dear Priscilla, I see you've struggled at the kitchen again.
I couldn't get the fire started, and the knife was chipped, and what little embers I could get going, they just burnt out, and I couldn't. So we have apples tonight, and that's all we have. And I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can with what we've got, and I'm sorry. And she'll just start cutting apples with the with the chipped knife.
Give me another cook roll in that case as you try to
Oh,
prepare
no.
this.
Just gonna cut
Okay,
her
27.
You do manage to, at least you can cut the apple. So there is at least that.
I perhaps have some radishes I could pull from outside.
No, let me. You sit down, and I'll go get those. Which patch were they in?
Out there yonder.
Well, I guess she would have known. But
Yeah, I
she's
think
still
you.
a-
Yeah, you
Right,
can go.
yes.
Okay, so Priscilla, if you're going to go out and pick some radishes, I think that's a fine thing for you to do. You leave your cabin, your cottage, your humble home.
Mhm.
The village is small, probably 10, 12 buildings at this point. Lights are on in most of them. There is a large church, kind of, that has been built kind of up on a hill. It is not of the sort of vibe of all the churches, but it is nevertheless kind of a congregationalist system in the sense that you're all just a congregation here. None of you are sort of, pledged to the Anglican Church or some more organized body, or those dreaded
Right.
Catholics. But as you step out, the wind kind of just blows across your property. the various trees and the vegetable leaves and things all sort of rustle. Autumn will be here soon. The harvest is you'll need to be doing a pretty intense harvest because what stocks you have in the village will be probably are not, you know, some things could run bare based on what you have alone, especially if you keep, you know, wasting precious grain on in such a way as this today. It's hard. It's a hard scrabble life. You look around, and I'd like you to go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll, just as your eyes try to see what you can spy through the village, along the water of the Miskatonic, and in the forests.
A 12?
A 12?
Yeah, I don't know what my...
Your spot hidden, which is
50.
over in the... A 50, so a 12. So here I would ask if you wanted to use any luck. Oh, and by the way, guys, make sure to check your boxes if you ever succeed on your things. But you cannot check the box if you push or use luck.
Correct. Oh, well, you know what?
Do you want to use luck to get that to an extreme success?
Do it.
Yeah, sure.
Great. So, with an extreme success.
And I got a 38. Wait, am I even out there?
Unless you went out with her.
Oh, no, never mind. I just wanted to roll.
Understood. Well, then then with your 38, what is your spot hidden score?
59.
59. With a 38, you do look and you can see the bolts that were have sort of fallen out of the stove, and that's why the heat was escaping. And you're just kind of like, yeah, all right, well, wish she'd known how to fix this, but you know, I guess this is your job. Sorry, Abel. So, Priscilla.
Zane would never have let that happen in real life.
Of course not.
This day.
But Abel is no Zane. From Abel to Zane, it's the A to Z. Priscilla. With that roll, as you sweep your eyes through these eerie woods surrounding this distant place you've moved to, wondering, probably not for the first time, why you must live out here and you can't just live in Boston where there's a little more comfort, or even just outside of it. You know, Worcester even. There is someone in the woods. Someone in the dark. A woman. With an extreme success, you get a good glimpse of her despite the darkness and despite her hiding. She's a woman in her 30s. She seems like she has lived a very hard life, but right now she is particularly on edge. There is leaves in her hair. Her clothing, not totally dissimilar to yours, is rumpled, stained, sunken eyes. Looks like she hasn't eaten in a few days. What would you like to do?
Can I... I would like to... Oh, these are so different.
They are different, yes. And I know they are not in this system. They're not organized by stat the way they are in the others.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Does she look injured?
Ooh, I like that. You could roll a first aid to see if you can tell if she is injured just by looking at her.
76. That's not a success.
A 76 is not a success. You're not sure. That is, you have spotted her, but you can't tell that, and she does seem to be sort of hiding, you know, kind of looking in at the village, but hiding, afraid.
Can I go to the radishes? And how many radishes do we have? Is it
make a luck roll?
Okay. Oh, 32.
Yes, you can certainly grab a few radishes.
Okay, so she doesn't want to startle the woman or anything, so she'll go and get a few radishes while keeping an eye on the woman. Are these big radishes or small? Sorry.
Chisai.
Small.
Small.
Okay, so she'll grab like 5 and hold them up and say, "Are you hungry?"
You say this to her.
Yes.
She kind of like almost like instinctively hides, but then she looks out and says, Are you talking to me?
I am. It's not very much, but it's all I've got.
I am hungry. I'm very tired. The wind whips across and it chills. She kind of...
I'm trying to figure out how much we have. Would we have extra blankets or like extra anything, or are we like...
You might have an extra blanket here or there. Whether or not you'd be willing to sort of fully part with it, that's a harder question, but, you know, winter is coming. That's where it's from. So, yeah,
So she'll... And they have a... Do they have a fence?
You have a fence,
something?
yes, certainly.
Okay, she'll... So Priscilla will go up and set the radishes. She'll, like, meanwhile be, like, wiping them on her apron to clean them off as much as possible and set them on a fence post and say, "You can have these. Let me talk to my husband and I'll come right back out."
I don't want to be trouble for you.
No. I just, lean times, so I need to see if there's anything we can offer,
Oh.
I'll be right back.
I don't want you to be in trouble. I couldn't possibly take a spot by a fire or anything like that.
Let me see what we can do for you.
She comes up and... Okay, cool. You go in. Great. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because she's, like, is not sure. She doesn't want to engage too much, so she's like...
I get it.
So she'll grab her little bundle of radishes and scurry inside.
Sure.
And she would like to say, "Darling, I've got the radishes, but there's a woman outside."
A woman?
Mm-hmm. And she's cold and hungry, and I wanted to offer her a warm place by the fire, but I just wasn't sure if that was something that we could do.
Surprised the King's men haven't found her and called her a witch.
Exactly. And I would like to prevent that if possible.
You're suggesting we invite her in here?
Yes, well, and she'll go to him and take his hands and say, "I think everyone is at risk right now, and especially a lonely, cold woman in the woods."
What if this puts us at more risk? Inviting her in our cabin here.
Well, we don't have to tell anyone. We could offer her a blanket and a piece of stone and flint and send her off, but I just don't think that's the Christian thing to do.
You're right, dear. I want to keep an eye on her. She leaves in the morning.
Very well. So Priscilla will go and grab like a small blanket, and return outside. And is the woman there?
Because you have already seen her, give me a spot hidden, but you may roll with 1 bonus. So 1 extra tens column.
Okay. 21. Thank God for that bonus.
There you go. Yes, you do, because that would be a hard success for you, right? Under half.
Sorry, for spot hidden.
For spot hidden, it's like a
It's 50. Yes. Oh.
So you're under 25. Yes. Okay, great.
Yes.
So yes, you do see her. She kind of hidden, but yes, but with this you can spot her, and she's kind of eating a radish very sort of shadily, but she retreated so that she could not be seen.
Okay. You can come on in. I've got a blanket for you, and you can set up by the fire. But oh, is she coming? Is she coming forward?
You know what? As you start to say that, she kind of looks out, but then she does this. And then
I'm scared.
I just rolled on my Cthulhu dice for her. I literally just rolled a 1. So she goes, shh. And then she seems to... I was on a stealth roll, you see. So she has just scored a vital success. So she basically goes, shh. And, like, very, very quietly just... I mean, you no longer see her. A shadow passes from a cloud overhead. The moon goes out, and it's just dark. And then you hear something at your door behind you, Priscilla. And you look over and you see her sort of standing there, kind of up against the door, having sort of slightly pushed it in, but just she moved so silently, she must have leapt over the thing. She got there very quickly.
So if she's already got the door slightly pushed open, Priscilla will just nod and gesture forward as she also walks forward toward the door.
Perfect. I'm so excited. I just rolled a 1. So yeah, so as basically Abel, you watch as kind of Priscilla opens the door and this kind of woman comes in, just, leaves in her hair, looking kind of wild. Kind of just hunched up like this and huddled in rag-like clothing. Once a black dress that is now, tattered and doesn't smell great. But she sort of comes in and says, thank you for your kindness. It is much appreciated. I did not expect to be invited into any home. I wish that I could repay your kindness somehow.
The only repayment you have for us is that you get warm by the fire and enjoy some radish and apple soup with us.
I'm afraid that's all we have to offer. I
see.
wasn't able to get the stove started, and so I couldn't make the bread or the meat or anything. It's been quite a day.
It has.
I'm sure you've had a much worse day.
No. I am very lucky now. Yes, at this time I'm very lucky indeed. She kind of goes to the fire and puts her hands and... Yes. Yes, your kindness is much appreciated. She takes a bite of the radish. I need no further sustenance from you.
Oh, we've got apples. If you don't like the
Oh,
radishes, and that's not enough for you.
I'll take an apple, certainly, if you're offering them. You're very kind. It is very...
Of course, the
the
sweetness from the apple will help you on your journeys.
So where are you from, Miss? Your name?
Oh, you can call me... My name is Keziah Mason.
What a beautiful name.
Oh.
Miss Mason, I am Abel Peabody, and this is my wife, Priscilla Peabody.
Yes.
Mr. Peabody, Priscilla, she'll take her to the apple. You're very, very kind. What is the name of this village that I have come to?
Arkham. I'm one of the founders here.
Yes, I've heard of Arkham. I didn't realize I'd made it to Arkham. I was turned around.
Where have you come from?
You don't need to be concerned with such unpleasantness as that.
And Priscilla will put her hand on Abel's arm and, knowingly just, don't ask.
Do you have family nearby?
No, I am, those where I am from did not care for the fact that I was a single woman, even at my age, who kept her own company in the woods, just outside of town. There was a woman near here who did much the same, was there not? Fowler was her name.
Yes, I'm familiar with her. Dabbled in medicine of sorts. Am I right?
Medicine. Yes, I'm sure that's what it was. Then she says, "Oh, forgive me, I do not wish to frighten you, but I have another with me, and he should like a bite as well."
Where is he? Waiting outside?
Oh, no,
Abel kind of stands up.
no. And I do not mean the devil, if that is what you think. No, I simply mean, it's like you see her shirt begin to twist, and she pulls a rat out.
Oh.
This is my only friend, Brown Jenkin. Here, have your bite. And he has a bite.
Please don't let him loose in here. I wouldn't want him running into the fire.
Do you hear that? You're not to be loose here. Stay with me. Stay with me. He eats some of the apple. You've never seen a rat?
A pet.
Oh.
Rat. Cats and dogs, sure, but
They are not as effective. There's Brown Jenkin. He is. Both of you, I want you to make. The rat is sort of eating and kind of like she's holding him there, and you see it squirming, and she's kind of held it up. But that being said, both of you give me a spot hidden roll on her rat.
uh-oh.
Wait, what's 000?
100. That's a fumble, baby.
Zane! No! I got a 52.
52. What is your spot hidden? 50.
I'm finding it. Damn it.
It's 50. Okay, cool. So, okay. However, Abel. So, Priscilla, I'm gonna don't even do anything. Just where you got some stuff. All right. So, Abel, my dear friend, my sweet, sweet gentleman, please, I want you. I'm gonna go with a fumble here in an interesting way, so you don't see a thing, but you're looking at this rat, and Priscilla, you haven't. I mean, it's a race, like it's squirreling around and its tail thrashing, and it's very upsetting. But you don't. It's eating. It's kind of hunched over and eating some stuff. Abel, you feel like you saw something. I'd like you to actually I love that we're just jumping to it. Abel, give me a sanity roll.
Nice.
Welcome to this 5-minute session.
43.
That is below. Okay, so you have succeeded on your sanity. Okay, very good. That being said, so okay, you're not going to lose in this city. You're not going wild. I'd like you to roll a d10 for me. 7. All right. Perfect. Go ahead. Roll a D100.
What is happening? I'm scared.
62.
62. Looking at that thing, looking at that rat, fills you with an overwhelming sense of sort of fear and just kind of disgust. Not even so much the rat, just at all living things chewing. And it's this kind of sudden, just almost paralyzing, just fear and distaste, and just consumption. Any appetite you had after your long day of work is done.
I need you to stop. I need you to stop. I need you to stop. Stop chewing. Stop chewing.
Oh, shh, that's enough. And she puts her rat into her pocket once again, and he's gone. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me.
I'm sure it is. You've what?
Never seen a pet rat or something. It's the chewing is. I'm sorry, you're a guest here. My apologies.
No,
Let me
no.
get you some water.
My
Here you go.
apologies. Yes, please. I'm sure your husband will be fine. It's been a long day, and as you say, these are difficult times for everyone.
She'll get some water for everyone.
Oh, thank you. And honestly, the food was good, but the water, you clearly. Oh, thank you. Wait, what am I doing? Oh. Thank you.
Get her some root beer.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh, Virgil's my favorite brand. Yes.
Well-known Arkham root beer.
Also, you have a Tums? Okay, perfect. Yes, I'll take that too. I did not mean to disturb you, Mr. Peabody.
It's quite all right. It's been a long day for him, and not a lot of dinner, so.
Yes. I should help you.
No.
Oh, you don't want...
I don't need any help.
She kind of looks... She looks at the, clear, detritus of a failed meal and says, "Are you certain?"
Oh, well, I don't think there's much help to be done here.
You let me sit by the fire a while, and I can repay you.
Oh, you do not need to repay us. Here.
Oh,
and
because of Christian charity.
Well, yes, but also it's just the right thing to do. You were cold in the woods. I wouldn't let anyone stay cold out in the woods hungry.
So many are cold in the woods hungry.
And you just happened to cross in
Yes.
front of our house. She'll put a blanket around her shoulders and gesture for her to sit in front of the fire.
She'll
I don't know
sit
if we
there.
have a chair. Do we have a chair?
She'll definitely sit there. A chair. I guess if you let her sit in a chair, yeah, she'll sit in a chair. Well, I thank you, Goodman Peabody. Oh, no, Goodman. Or are you a mister? Do you try to? You're in Arkham, so you're not so much of a. You're not so much of a religious devotee as they are in Salem, are you?
We prefer to be more flexible here.
You're independent thinkers, liberal thinkers.
If you will.
Yes. What is it you want, Mr. Peabody?
Don't ask me that question much. It's more about what they want.
Of course it is, but you should get what you want, Mr. Peabody.
I'd say health for my wife and myself, and a bountiful harvest, as well as a city that can last for generations to come.
Yes. And you want to put your mark on that city, don't you, Mr. Peabody? You told me when I walked in here, you said you were one of the founders.
I am. It's an important place for me and those who've joined us here to create Arkham.
Why didn't you name it for yourself then, Mr. Peabody?
I feel that would be too much hubris if I were to name it myself.
Perhaps the library. One day.
Or a school, perhaps.
A university, even.
So you're learned, you want to study.
We find that to keep the mind occupied and growing is an interesting way of life for us.
I agree. 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 I agree.
That you do, Miss.
Mason. 'Cause you should know. You should know where I came from. You asked me, and I said it wasn't pleasant to talk about, but I know you're curious about who you're harboring. And if you want me to go into the night now, I will. When I tell you where I'm from, I will leave because you've already given me hospitality and kindness. I already feel replenished.
There is no need to tell us where you're from.
You do not wish to know?
I could say I am interested.
You're curious.
If you would like to share,
Yes, we are curious. However, should the Kingsmen come, knowing nothing is better than knowing something.
I don't agree with the Kingsmen.
Nor do I, husband, but if you wish to know very well.
Abel will say, she's just a mad lady. Let's let her entertain her thoughts and have a conversation.
I understand. What was her first name?
Keziah.
Yeah.
Keziah. Keziah.
Keziah?
Yes.
If you would like to share where you're from, if you stay in this room.
Salem, as you surmised.
Yes.
But what you probably have not surmised, because it is harder to believe, and yet I tell you, as hard to believe as it is the truth. Oh. I was like so many women and men there. You see, I was taken and locked away under the accusation of being a witch, just like your Goody Fowler. She's still alive, you know. They've not hanged her yet.
How did you escape?
Oh, yes. She kind of nods and then lifts up her, kind of like the bottom of her dress to show you her ankle, not in a scandalous way, but you see there is an iron shackle around it. So, you see, I did escape. They are baffled as how I could have done it, because in truth, I escaped in a way that is impossible.
Abel, can you get that off? You have tools.
I think I can. You mustn't. Miss Mason, you mustn't tell anyone I helped you. I'm willing to try, but I
and
can't
we will not tell anyone.
Priscilla at risk.
Oh, no. No. I don't need to put you at risk. No, I'll not say anything about this. Not to anyone. Not to anyone who'll hurt you. You'd remove this shackle.
Abel will get his tools.
Great.
He is very handy.
So I can see. Alright, Abel.
Good or bad?
If you're going to try to remove this for her, I'm going to say, because this is just a game for fun and we're just doing what we're doing here, I'm not going to make you do locksmith or because you're not lock. You're gonna rip it off. And I think this is under the blanket of your farming ability.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So go ahead and make another farming.
Funny if you wouldn't have mentioned the stove being broken and him like wanting to fix it, I wouldn't have thought of this.
There you go.
I'm gonna push it.
Oh, push it real good. So you begin to do it and you can't quite file it through. What has he got?
59.
59, yes. So basically he does it, and there's a moment of, like, she kind of winces, and it's hard, but then you manage to just kind of, you get a good groove in, and you are, in fact, able to break the shackle and take it off of her foot.
Abel's able.
Able to break it.
She kind of puts a hand on it and starts rubbing it and says, "Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind indeed. You're too kind."
I think what they've done to you and Joel, the other woman involved, was wrong.
You are right. You are right. What it was wrong and misguided. They don't understand, and they think that I will tell you now with truth that I have never spoken to the devil. I do not consort with the devil. I have no love for the devil.
And I wouldn't have assumed that. You have been kind.
Yes. I am not entirely kind, though.
Well, we all have our bad streaks every now and then.
Do you want me to tell you how I got out?
I feel as though you would like to tell us.
I do not need to tell you.
She'll look at Abel.
I do not need to bother you with how I escaped.
I feel as if you do not tell us, I will remain curious until the day I die.
I'm going to give you a gift now. Because you have shown kindness to me. I'm going to give you a gift out of time and space. You hunger, don't you?
Hunger?
Yes, you don't have enough food. You wanted something hot and good and flavorful, and instead you have cold radishes and rotting apples. And you're kind enough to count this as a blessing, but you know it's not.
Things will get better.
Yes.
You have not much to give.
Oh, I have so much more to give. All I needed was a moment to collect my thoughts, warmth from a fire. She kind of rubs whatever, and you see something kind of shuffling underneath her jacket. Yes. She pulls out the rat. Covered, you kind of see the tail wagging below. And she begins to whisper to him.
Priscilla will back away behind Abel and like grab his arm, but still peeking around.
I want you to know. Here would work. There's just enough of a curve. Just enough of a strange angle to the flooring here. You had to use two beams for the floorboards here. You couldn't find one, could you?
How could you possibly know that?
Oh.
Abel, you spoke of this several times about...
She must know.
Space and time are but an illusion, a cage we put around ourselves in these bodies. Something good. Something. What is your favorite food, Abel Peabody? Founder of the town of Arkham.
Boysenberry pie.
Boysenberry pie.
There haven't been many this season.
She reaches out. And the strangest thing happens. You see this pale violet glow coming from the corner of the room. She's boysenberry, boysenberry. Oh, and more, much more, all of it. Yes, all of it here. There. And then she pulls the rat out and kind of throws him onto the ground. Oh, it keeps thinking I'm trying to sing. It's so dumb. All right, could both of you... Actually, no. I will ask, what are you doing as she does all of this?
I'm still grabbing Abel's arm and looking in horror and interest and intrigue.
And Abel's standing, just kind of watching, like, ready for kind of whatever.
I think we're
way.
both intrigued and scared
Of course.
at the same time.
Okay. So, as this happens, if you're just both kind of watching and that, I guess both of you give me spot hiddens.
27.
26.
All right.
Oh.
Is that
I got a what is it? A hard
Oh, you
success?
hard? You wicked hard? Okay, cool.
I got a hard success.
I am going to use one luck to get that down to a hard success.
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, you're 26 to get it to 25. Okay, perfect. So both of you look, and you are staring at whatever she's doing, and she's going so much more, and she's kind of moving. But Priscilla and Abel, both of you with a hard success. You see something. Perhaps it's a trick of the light. The rat that she has thrown down is a deeply disturbing looking creature. It has pale fur all over its body, kind of matted. It's, long sort of tail coming out the back in that eerie way, but the face that it has looks more like a human face than the face of a rat.
I don't like that.
And it's little hands instead of paws. Though they're furry and hairy and it has rat teeth, but the face is sort of more. And you both swear as it moves and darts around that it is speaking, going... And she is just whispering in this voice. And then... You know what? I'm actually going to roll for her.
I'm scared.
I'll roll for her to try this one. Oh god, she's so high on this. That's cool. Yeah. All right. That's so close to an extreme. We'll say she spends some of her luck and it becomes an extreme. That's fine. So basically she just... Abel, and suddenly you are struck with the odor of a boysenberry pie and so much more. There is a boysenberry pie, yes, but there is also suddenly just like sliding into the room and almost hovering before just landing on the floor, a beautiful boysenberry pie next to a latticed blueberry pie. This large, it's the finest craftsmanship you've ever seen. This glass chalice bowl of some kind of cream that has been whipped and sugared. But next to that, there are more bowls overflowing with delicious foods. Carrots braised. Just the most fragrant, flavorful. You have never seen one carrot as picture perfect as the carrot that is here, but instead there's like 20 of them with a silver serving spoon within. There is also a massive beef roast. The smell of it is overwhelming. It is so delicious. Potatoes, roasted potatoes, breads and rolls, all manner of things, silver service. It kind of all falls in. None of the food falls out, but there's kind of just this clattering of plates and dish and sort of things like that, as well as a sort of a couple of candlesticks that kind of like fall in a clattering place with lit candles on them.
What?
Other sort of strange, in dishes you've never seen anything like them. Not in the finest windows in Boston. Absolutely bizarre, and all sorts of kind of other things scattered within, but it all just sort of appears right there onto the ground, and she pauses, and then that glow disappears, and the rat who's with the face, Brown Jenkin, he just kind of crawls back over to her, and she kind of puts a hand out, although then as she does so she pauses and grabs him a piece of that meat and just hands it to him, and he takes it. You can see the beef juice soaking through her clothing as he's consuming it on the inside, but she just then looks at you and gestures and says, "Boysenberry pie and so much more, isn't it? As I said, you deserve it for your kindness."
How
My love,
was
it's like Jesus and the fish. The fish.
Oh, great point, actually. Why don't you both give me a sanity roll?
Oh no!
34.
Can I push it?
Ooh,
I'm still saying.
you can push what did you roll?
A 97.
Oh, wait, what is your score in what is your sanity score?
50.
Fuck. That means it's not,
I
because
know.
if it had been 49, it would have been a real fumble. All right, fine. You may push it. You may not be able to push sanity, but I'll let you right now.
7.
7. Okay, you keep. Then actually, on top of that, Priscilla, would you give me, if you look under its, I added it under the R's there. Would you give me a religion roll? It's down at the bottom of the third column.
Okay. 65.
What is your score in
Tell if
religion?
that was 90 or fail. That's a fail.
Failure.
51.
51. Okay. Then yeah, you just talk about Jesus and the fishes, no problem.
Miss Mason, how have you made this? It is a miracle. And Abel goes to just taste a piece of the boysenberry pie.
You have never eaten something as good as this. You have never eaten something this clean. I shouldn't necessarily say clean. Well, actually, it is probably clean. Every food you've eaten in your life has had dirt in it somewhere. This is pristine. It's almost more flavorful than you can stand. It is so sweet and so juicy. Not one of the boysenberries is rotten, like most of the food you guys have to eat here and there. The crust of it is like, it's perfect. Your wife could not cook a pie like this if she had, a full kitchen and servants to do it.
Priscilla, try this. This is amazing.
And she will. Does anything happen?
No, you feel the same way. Like, if anything, it might be, like, arguably it might be too sweet, but it's probably so delicious. And that beef roast, you've never seen it. Those potatoes, just the amount of salt and butter and spices that have been used in this is maybe an emperor could eat like this, not even a king.
Oh, go ahead.
Is this? Have some. Why are you not eating? This is your
Yes.
feast.
She'll kind of come and take a bite. Oh, yes, so decadent.
Is this but this will all go to waste. We can't possibly finish this. What
Oh, you'll keep it. Enjoy it over time, I'm sure. Well, it's out of time though, isn't it?
could we share it with you said there are other people hungry and alone in the woods.
Are you willing to explain how you got it?
No. I would not give you away.
Well, if you can find some way to explain it, give it to whoever you want. Otherwise, enjoy it yourselves. This is my gift to you. I did not make it. I simply took it. From
Where?
not far from here. But not now. It's out of place and out of time. This is a dinner. As far as I can tell, it was a special dinner, but not a particularly special one.
Whose?
Someone's. Someone near here, but very... not now. Then...
I don't understand any of this. It's also
time.
kindness.
It is not my kindness. If you want to thank someone for what you've been given, if you want to have more of these joys, and if you want help having that library named after you, have a Peabody Street running through a vibrant town, then you don't thank me. You thank him. You thank the crawling chaos.
Crawling chaos?
What is that?
The stalker among the stars.
Is that the rat you have? I swear I saw it had a face.
Oh, do you wish to see Brown Jenkin?
Is he the crawling chaos?
No. He's but a servant, a gift. The crawling chaos is a thing that is... He has shown me things not many people here have known, but I know. And in these difficult times, like you say, it's good to have knowledge, good to know things, isn't it?
It is. Isn't it, husband?
It is. It's also disconcerting at times, knowing that I don't
And
know.
so is the knowledge that Eve got in the garden.
Imagine. Oh, Eve. They blame Eve for the knowledge. You know there was no devil in that garden. Your Bible never says a devil, it only says a serpent, doesn't it?
The crawling chaos.
Oh, no. The crawling chaos is far older than any garden. Do you want to know him? Do you want more than I've given you here? Do you ever want to eat worse than this again?
We only want to do good. Isn't that right, husband?
Only good.
We this is wonderful, this feast. It's incredible. But the library, the university, those are things that can help spread goodness.
Yes.
We don't. We can do these on our own. You've been so kind already, Miss Mason. I don't want to impose, and I'm a simple man. Just simple. I'm just simple.
To this, you don't want more. You're sure.
I I've seen men with more and more, and it eventually becomes too much, and nothing good comes of that.
Eh,
Like the king.
the King in England. Yes, he is a miserly old man. Yes. Or will be, or a queen. A queen wants a queen again. A queen again after that. Ha! So you don't want to know the one who's helped me?
What does it mean if we know the one who's helped you? Are we obligated to anything?
Yes. But I'll not pull you in against your will. You gave me radishes, which, in its way, was far more than this. She gestures to the feast. So
What
you...
is what is the obligation?
Service.
In what manner?
Whatever manner is required. To serve him. As I do.
I'm a liberal-minded man, and I serve the Lord, and I don't know if these are mutually exclusive.
I want to shake you out of your foolishness. But you've been kind to me when none other has. And I don't want to. Oh. Then what you have is what you gain. You too, wife. You do not want to know more.
I wish to work hard and build this city with my husband.
Yeah.
And I thank you for this and for the knowledge that you have bestowed upon us, but I cannot serve another god or creature. You may stay the night.
No. The night. I don't need the night. You gave me what I needed.
And
Who was that?
No, Yes. You gave me what I needed. She sort of stands. And yet this town, this place, this Arkham, it is right even if you are not. It is right even if you are not. Still. So much easier to just kill you both. No. Don't give in
Miss
that.
Mason.
No, I'll let your name go through. I'll let your name go on. But I won't. You're not gonna come for me. It's a dream. You've dreamt of this. Eat your fill. Eat your fill now while you can.
even if it wasn't a dream, we would not come for you. Not in any malice.
was special about me of the witches in Salem.
What?
I did not worship the devil. No, I did not have sins like this. No, I did not commune with the devil. But I am a witch. The others are not. The others know nothing of power. The others have spoken to nothing from out of time. The others cannot do what I do. None of them have killed one soul, let alone as many as I have. None of them have poisoned the crops. None of them have brought the plague.
Please.
We just ask that you do not bring that upon us.
She pulls out Brown Jenkin with his little face, and he's just glaring at you. He's got like a beard, kind of. It's very... Yes. I won't bring it to you. There's plenty of others I can bring it to. I bid you goodbye.
Priscilla will grab an apple
Mm-hmm.
and offer it to her and say, "For the road."
You strange people, you Peabodys. You are not my cohort, but you are not my enemy. I do not kill you, but I cloud you both. I cloud you both a great deal. Dream, 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 dream. You guys both see that same pale violet glow as she kind of goes back to the corner. I'd like for both of you to give me a power roll.
98.
Can I push it? Can we push this?
I don't think you can push this.
I got a 70.
Okay, but Priscilla, Priscilla, you can push it. You should know that you don't only need a normal success for this.
Okay. Nope.
What'd you get?
95.
Okay. So both of you wind up in the 90s. Great. Okay, so I'm going to say that both of you, the glow begins to sort of, that strange purple glow happens. This was supposed to happen the whole time. Actually, both of you give me a sanity check as well.
Oh God.
It's probably the same value as your power, but that was a specific thing. That was in response to a spell.
39.
Can sanity be pushed?
Sure.
Ooh, shouldn't have done that. That's a 91.
Great. Priscilla, how did you do?
39.
39. Okay. So,
Success.
all right, Abel, go ahead and reduce your sanity by... reduce your sanity by... I think this is going to trigger the thing. Reduce your sanity by 5. And because you've lost so much, roll a d10.
No.
9.
Oh, love it. Roll a d100.
I'm afraid.
0, 0, 0.
Oh, but this couldn't be more perfect. 0, 0, 0 on this is zoophobia. This is an alphabetical list of phobias. Fear of animals, specifically of animals with the faces of men. Abel Peabody, for the rest of your life, whenever you see an animal, it has the face of a man.
I hate that.
Oh, shit.
And it drives you, and it disquiets you and drives you mad, and you rave about it. However, both of you, so Abel, that kind of comes to you, but now at this point, both of you, this sort of tiredness sweeps over you, and you fall to your knees over this meal, and you gorge yourselves upon it. And when you awaken the next morning, you know that you are full, you know that you have this amazing food, but you have only the dimmest memory of some visitor coming to you in the night. You certainly don't remember the name Keziah Mason.
Mm-hmm.
However, you've eaten well. What do you think you do with all this food? Like, what do you share it with people? Do you hoard it and just eat it over a few days?
We would share it probably with our close friends because we can't explain how it got there.
So you would share it with your close friends?
Well, I would consult with my husband to see what we should do. She of course wants to share it.
Abel's initial thought is this is unexplained and we should put it in, like, do they have cold storage? Like, what would the cold storage situation be?
Honestly, it's just cold enough that you just like keep it, in your cellar or your whatever thing, yeah.
Okay.
And you could you can eat it for a while probably, but yeah.
Okay. If
That
that's
would
the
be-
case, then occasionally, like, if we have friends over, she'll bring out a little bit of it to share, but they will not.
Okay.
Maybe against his advice, but like she will, and she'll just always say it's an old recipe.
That'll probably come back to bite Priscilla when people ask her to make that thing she made again. And she has absolutely no chance of recreating it.
Well, we just don't have.
Yeah.
I burnt the
A witch gave it to
fire.
us.
We have fire. We have fire.
I think a witch in a dream gave it to us, yeah. So,
Priscilla, though, very kind. Would not withhold that stuff.
So, with that, the Peabodys take a very interesting middle ground. They did not turn the witch away, but they did not take what she fully offered. And that is where we will end this prelude. In the village of Arkham. We have set some things in motion, however.
A pie shop.
A pie shop,
We
no.
definitely ate somebody's Thanksgiving dinner.
They didn't need it. If it was that good, they were rich enough that they were like, they blamed the servants and they got more.
Yeah, well.
Hey, what happened to dinner? What the freak, Ma?
This is fun, however, because this means I'm not going to change any buildings in Arkham to the Peabody something.
Not even a pie shop?
A pie shop? No, there's Peabody Street,
Oh, okay.
but you're not gonna have...
I think there should be a pie shop.
I didn't feel as if they were ready to go. I'm gonna, worship the Dark Lord just because a pie showed up.
No.
Priscilla wanted to, but she
No,
She loved
you
her
shouldn't
husband.
have. You guys should not mess with the crawling chaos. You're definitely right not to.
Once the name was the Crawling Chaos too, I was
Yeah.
like, ah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because, well, yeah, I don't know. There's some interesting stuff here. Keziah Mason's interesting. That's
She's great.
well,
Is
she's
there a relation to Morgan Mason of Mason?
sadly no, because that's a different universe. But Keziah Mason is she's from a
From the Jar family.
she's from a she's from the Jar family, exactly. She is from a Lovecraft story called Dreams of the Witch House.
Ooh.
And she's a name that will be she's someone we'll be encountering more and more as time goes
I'm
on.
Nice.
surprised that we did not die.
Well, or at least the legend of her you'll be connected to. And her familiar Brown Jenkin, who is also from Dreams of the Witch House. Dreams in the Witch House? Dreams...
I'm looking up like artist kind of creatures or artist creations of what they think these things look like.
Yeah.
Like Brown Jenkin I'm looking up, and it's very odd.
Oh, they've got drawings of Brown Jenkin for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a couple of them are pretty great.
Very good. Well, thank you everyone for watching. As I said, these stories are going to be kind of like just kind of we're setting ourselves up for what the future may hold, filling in some details. They're in keeping with what's to come, but of a different sort of energy and vibe. But thank you so much for being here for this. This was very fun. Lauren disappeared, but thank you, Zane.
Did the stream freeze? It's frozen on my end.
Oh, the stream is frozen? Uh-oh.
Wait, I don't know.
Oh, did we freeze? Uh-oh. I don't think it's not
frozen.
It's not frozen on my end, but that's good. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So, in any case, thank you guys for watching, for playing for that. Hope you guys, Lauren and Zane, thanks for jumping into this kind of relatively last minute.
Thank you for creating this very dark and scary world.
Yeah.
Surprised we made it.
This was, she was being nice to you guys because you were so nice to her. You really, honestly, you did confuse Keziah Mason. You deeply confused her.
That's the ticket.
Because you were just like, oh, thanks so much. No, we're not going to join you, but thank you. Oh, this is great. Like, yeah, just really.
You want an apple?
Thanks for the pie.
I guess, yeah, you gave her an apple.
That was good. I like how you said for the road. Was that a nod to Agatha?
Yes. Leave me alone.
Lauren. This was great, so thank you so much. So, have some other games in the channel you can check out. You can join us on Sunday for Monster the Ravaging. That game, for the record, has been so fun, so please join it. It's so stupid and fun, and gothic punk terror nonsense, and we're really enjoying that. On Monday, come and check out Dreamland's Theater of the Mind for our new game, MEI, which is a riff on REI. It's Magical Equipment Incorporated, where they're just making magical stuff. That game has also been really silly and fun, and you can vote for what job they take in our Discord. So go to the Discord, you can put your vote in for that. I think right now Hidden Gem is beating Rumor Has It, but a late push, a surge for Rumor Has It could bring that back. So join us for that. You did Book and Dagger. You didn't make the REI MEI connection. Yeah, that was the or the Agatha all along one for the road connection. So join us then on Monday. On Wednesday, REI MEI, yeah. KJ suggested that during our pre-game, our build the game thing for that. So that's where that sort of stemmed from. For Wednesday, I cannot guarantee we will have a game. I think we will. Actually, I don't even know if I stay tuned. Maybe we'll have a game on Wednesday for that. That one kind of may just be out of it until the new year, just for various reasons. Next Friday, I hope to have another game, but it would be with very different people, because these two are the ones available tonight, and I think everyone else is only available next week. So, we might have a very different thing in a totally different time. Maybe we'll do Revolutionary War era. That could be kind of fun. So I'll try to let you know as soon as I can if we're gonna do that. And then, but just, go to our Discord to connect with us, interact with us, message us, all that fun stuff. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes. I'm pretty behind on posting to the YouTube, but I should do that because I'm just in a different place on a different schedule. Go to our wiki to see all these games intersect and interconnect, those that do. Zane, Lauren, got anything you want to say or plug or mention or complain about?
Well, we do have Book and Dagger has been subscribed for 44 months now.
Just enjoying the nonsense.
Figuring everything out before anyone else does. And
I was gonna be like, why? No, but I've been here for 3 years.
I am my 40th month currently.
40th.
We did start a hype train with those. I didn't realize that you could start a hype train just by sharing your subscriber anniversary.
Wow. Well, that's fun.
I didn't know that. I ignore it every time because I don't want to brag.
But is it because the sub is happening?
It's basically when your anniversary, you get contributions toward a hype train if you share it.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm gonna start sharing it now.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So
thanks for any hype training that was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for everybody else who's been here. I feel like we've got a lot of
Yeah.
the regular crew tonight.
Yeah,
tonight.
Book and
Got a
Dagger
lot of
says
crew
they
here.
count as a
Book and
reset.
Dagger.
There you go.
Book and Dagger.
Yeah, thanks for being here. You're all much appreciated.
Sophia, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for the boysenberry pie. It was good.
Thanks for the boysenberry pie. That's always what you
Eleanor
say.
Weaver.
Always say that
Everyone
to
was
a
hungry
witch.
when you were describing all the food. It was very much like Lumiere and the clock guy was giving us the food.
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Because I would be like, she'd be like, don't try the gray stuff out of space and time. The one thing you shouldn't try is the gray stuff. Next time, summon Takis. Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks, guys. This was really fun. I appreciate all of you being here. We will see you next time, whatever that may be. Until then. Oh, wait, I don't have a sign off for this yet.
Yeah, what do we say? Until then, forget about it.
Until then.
Forget about it.
Until then, whatever you do, do not heed the call of Cthulhu. You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, and then it's or if you do heed the call, get ready to get punished.
Wow.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
We're still live.
Yeah, we're still live. I clicked the wrong button to go not live halfway through saying that.
Hi. Hey, everyone. You should probably just post your apology. Right
Nah, it's fine. This is what they're all here for. When we said Call of Cthulhu, everyone was like, "Oh, sweet! We're finally gonna hear some very graphic descriptions of people
where's
just
the
getting
tentacle? Oh, there it is.
absolutely destroyed by tentacles."